Isekai has some of the strongest characters in all of anime, so let's go over the top characters, a little about them, and their skills/abilities. Before we start, if you end up enjoying, make sure to leave a like. Starting off, we have one of the most broken characters that exists, Yogiri Takato. He's from the anime My Instant Death ability is so overpowered. The story starts with him and his class being summoned to another world while on a field trip by a woman named Sion. Yogiri and a few of his classmates were abandoned for not having an ability like the others who were summoned, but of course he turned out to be the strongest. The anime is about them trying to find their way back home. If you haven't heard of Yogiri, what makes him so strong is that he has the ability to kill anything and everything. Literally nothing is safe, not even gods, inanimate objects, or even unkillable beings. He has the power to go through and get rid of immortality, and if you have hostility towards him, you're instantly killed. His ability is also automatic, meaning you can't speed blitz him. A few of the abilities he has is partial killing, which allows him to kill certain limbs he wants. Eternal negation, meaning he can negate any types of immortality, resurrection, regeneration, and all above. Resistance/immunity negation, soul killing, kill inorganic, which allows him to kill inanimate objects, such as nature elements, robots, and etc. Power killing, which allows him to kill a person's abilities. Record killing, which allows him to kill people even through videos or past recordings. He's able to kill curses, gravity, and a lot more. Also, his ability is stated to not have any cause or effect relationship. While this all sounds insane, he's even stronger. The form that we see in the anime is just his avatar with most of his power sealed behind gates. His real form is the end of all fates. He's the personification of the end of everything, meaning he decides what death is. Which also means his real form should be unkillable. As for our next, being overly broken as well, we have Rimuru Tempest. He was summoned to the Cardinal World after being stabbed by a criminal. He ended up saving his friend's life and was reincarnated as a slime in another world. This anime is about him trying to build a country of monsters and live a peaceful life in the new world, but of course there are people who are trying to get in the way of that. The anime's name is Reincarnated as a Slime, and if you haven't heard of Rimuru, what makes him so strong is his hacks and abilities. He has a lot of them, so let's go over the most important. I'm just note that we're going to go over his light novel version since his anime version is strong but not even close. Starting from the top, we have his race. He not only is a digital nature but also a true dragon. As for what these are, a digital nature is an evolution that lets its body exist in informational form. What it does is allows him to not be affected by space and time, letting him move in time stop. This evolution was broken, but his true dragon evolution made it so he's unkillable. The reason for this is because true dragons are among the most powerful beings in the world. They could easily destroy the world if they so wished, and they are calamities that are also unkillable. The reason for this is since the moment they're born into the world, they're reborn into the world no matter what. Now for his actual abilities, he has Azathoth, which lets him make use of destructive void energy that ignores all the laws of the world and consumes anything it touches. This skill also has another ability that allows him to lock people in an infinitely sized space that's indestructible. His next broken skill is his Manus CL. She can pretty much do anything from processing stuff at an insane rate, using skills, copying/recreating skills just by seeing them, altering skills, creating skills he needs, whether it be to counter something or just necessary at the time, and a lot more. He's strong without her, but with her, they're an insane duo. He has a lot more, but the last skill I'll go over is the skill CL uses to create/alter skills, with the skill being Shub-Nigraph. It has the ability to copy, store, recreate, and grant skills. Like I said, he has a bunch more skills, which I'll show on the screen right now, but he kinda analyzes all your stuff, takes it, creates a counter, and just scales in every single fight. Going to our third, we have Kumoko from So I'm a Spider So What. Being killed by a powerful blast, Kumoko and the class of students she was in the room with was reincarnated into an RPG world. You watch as she explores the dungeons she spawns in and gradually becomes the strongest. Now, going to how strong she is, she was shown to be extremely powerful, and later in the story she even becomes a god. What makes her so strong, other than having immortality, tons of resistances, and parallel minds that can just think for her or go into an opponent and eat away at their soul, I think most of her power comes from her evil eyes. It's an ability that allows her to inflict effects on her target just by looking at them. Since she has 8 eyes, she can use multiple evil eyes at the same time. As for what they can do, she has multiple eyes, with those being Jinx Eye, which drains the target's strength and health, adding it onto her own. Inert Eye, which allows her to freeze the target in time. Petrifying Eye, which blocks the target's senses. Repellent Eye, which pushes the target towards her or away from her. Annihilation Eye, which is probably one of her strongest, which allows her to turn the target into dust at the cost of the eye. Sealing Eye, which seals the target's skills. Anti-Magic Eye, which disrupts the target's magic. Warped Eye, which twists the space around the target and crushes them. And Future Sight, which allows her to predict the future accurately. She has a lot more abilities, but those are probably some of her strongest. As for our fourth, we have someone who is overpowered in his world, Toya Mochizuki. He's from the anime In Another World with My Smartphone. He was basically killed on accident by God and was given a divine body, affinity to all magic attributes, and overpowered strength in another world. It's an anime about his journey through this mysterious world. If you haven't seen this anime, what makes him strong are his overpowered skills. He not only became a low-ranked god in his world, but also has no magic, which gives him the ability to do things like hopping dimensions, remove anything other than God from existence, and a bit more. This all sounds broken, but I don't think I've ever watched this anime, so I don't know exactly how strong he is. Now our fifth is Ainz. He's from the anime Overlord, and he was trapped in the world of a virtual reality game he played that was shutting down. Just as the clock hit 0, he noticed that he was still in the game, and the NPCs had personalities of their own. In this anime, you watch as he tries to figure everything out and thrive in this world. If this is your first time hearing about Ainz, what makes him strong is his magic. He has a lot, so I'll go over the strongest he has. Starting off, we have Time Stop. As its name implies, it's a spell that is capable of stopping time. He then uses his spell called True Death, which negates low-tier resurrection magic and kills the target. He has a bunch more abilities like Grasp Heart, which allows him to grab and crush the opponent's heart, instantly killing them. One of the strongest skills he has is the goal of all life is death. It allows him to become a true Lord of Death. What this does is strengthen the instant death effect of skills and magic to the point of bypassing any resistance or immunity. He combines this with another skill, Widen Magic Cry of the Banshee, to kill everything within 100 meters. He has a lot more skills, but this should give you an idea of how strong he is. Coming after him, we have Makoto. He's from the anime Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy, and he's extremely strong. How the story starts is that he was summoned to another world as part of his parents' agreement to a goddess. She usually gives all her summons great power, but instead saw him as hideous, revoking his hero title and sending him to a wasteland far away from her humans. In this anime, you watch as he adventures into the world and tries to build a new community where he and his demi-humans can thrive out of the goddess's reach. Now, what makes him strong is the pure amount of magical energy he has. His magical pool is said to be on the level of a god, and he has control over all the elements. He's able to pretty much do anything he wants with his mana, such as solidifying it. While he doesn't have an instant death ability like the others, the pure destruction his magic causes is on a whole nother level. That's why I put him on the list, but our last Isekai main character is Shadow. He's from the anime Eminence in Shadow, and he's very strong. How the story starts is he was reincarnated into another world after being hit by a truck. In this new world, as Sid, he wants to be the perfect background character, not standing out in any way, but when it comes to his alternate persona, Shadow, he strives to become a true Eminence in Shadow, making sure to stand out in any way he can. As for his abilities, he's not only a master swordsman, but his magic and strength is on a whole nother level. He has his nuclear magic, I Am Atomic, which disintegrates everything caught in its range if he so wishes. This skill is extremely versatile, having different modes, such as Recovery Atomic, which heals those caught in it, All Range, which is the regular, but he uses his sword to set the radius, and a few more modes that haven't been shown in the anime yet. As for his other abilities, he has his slime suit, which is extremely durable, insane speed to the point of literally disappearing from your view, and he can also use his slime on his weapons to make it extremely durable and strong. This was the last Isekai main character, but if you enjoyed and want to see more like this, you can show me by liking the video. Also, make sure to subscribe and let me know what you want to see down below.